Hey everybody, it's Troy. Hey, last week Florida Senator Rick Scott took a break from voting against hurricane relief for his own state to talk to CNN, and they asked him point blank about Trump's not-so-veiled death threat against Mitch McConnell and the racist statement about his wife that he posted on Truth Social. And, Rick Scott had a just brilliant response to that. Check this out.
Senator, I know you're understandably very focused on what is happening in your state of Florida. But I have to ask you about what appears to be a threat by former President Trump against your colleague, Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell. Trump said, quote, he has a death wish for supporting Democratic-sponsored bills. He also mocked McConnell's wife and his own former Transportation Secretary, Elaine Chao, as, quote, China-loving and Coco Chow. You're a member of the Senate GOP leadership. Are you okay with this?
Well, look, I can never talk about, respond to why anybody else says what they said, but here's what is the way I looked at it is, I think, what the president is saying is, there's been a lot of money spent over the last 2 years. We've got to make sure we don't keep caving to Democrats. It's causing unbelievable inflation and causing more and more debt. As you know, the president likes to give people nicknames. You can ask him how he came up with the nickname. I'm sure he has a nickname from me. But here's what I know. We got to watch how we spend our money. We got to stop this inflation. And I don't condone violence, and I hope no one else condones violence.
Nicknames are one thing, but this appears racist. Is that okay?
It's never, ever okay to be a racist. Look, I think you always have to be careful, if you're in the public, eye, how you say things. You want to make sure you're inclusive. You want to make sure, like yesterday in the neighborhood I was in, we had people probably from 10 countries that live there. And so that's what's great about this country. And what I try to do is try to make sure everybody, especially all their kids, believe they have a hope and they can live the dream of this country. So I hope no one is racist. I hope no one says anything that's inappropriate. So I'm going to do everything I can.
He stretched so hard for that answer, he pulled his hamstring. I guarantee it. Yikes. Yes, Rick Scott, and it's never a good thing to be a racist. It's always good to be inclusionary, but that doesn't really answer the question. Do you condemn Donald Trump for saying these horrific things, for calling in a death threat against Mitch McConnell, your own Republican leader in the Senate, and then going on to say something really disgusting and racist about his wife? Rick Scott couldn't bring himself to condemn either of those statements by Donald Trump, but it's typical because, why have any courage or convictions or any morals or values when you risk Donald Trump saying something bad about you on social media, which could potentially tank your entire political career, which is the current state of the Republican Party. MAGA fascists don't really stand for anything except trying to make Donald Trump president and dictator for life. The bravery and raw courage of MAGA fascists is truly something to behold. Just astounding how courageous these people are. Has any Republican come out and condemned Donald Trump for saying that Mitch McConnell has a death wish? Has any Republican had the balls to say that, to stand up to Trump? You remember Mitch McConnell used to side with Trump too. He was also afraid of saying anything bad about Donald Trump when Trump was president because he knew the political expediency of being on the side of Donald Trump. And look where that got him. Trump just said he had a death wish, just threatened his life, made racist comments about his wife, Elaine Chao. So what's next? Does Rick Scott really think that if he stays in Donald Trump's good graces, that Trump will never turn on him? That Trump somehow believes in loyalty? That's a ridiculous thing to believe, given Trump's history. Trump's going to turn on all these people. As soon as they don't serve his purposes anymore, he'll be turning on Rick Scott too. And all the MAGA fascist Republicans that are too afraid to stand up to him because they think it helps their political careers. Just sad. For MeidasTouch, this is Troy. Remember to smash that subscribe button to keep supporting independent media.
This November is Rovember. MeidasTouch just released its brand new collection of Rovember t-shirts and pins to let the country know what's at stake this upcoming midterm election. Go to store.meidastouch.com to grab yours. That's store.meidastouch.com.